I'm Anastasia.
I'm Lisa. So what we gonna do today, Anastasia?
Today we will talk about the story of job to be done.
Please create this story.
Professor Clayton and Kristen Sense.
Oh, okay, here we go.
Let's start. Okay, the innovations were very important to develop strategy in business, but innovations performance still not complete mission. Although many companies try to collect many customer information about their demographic or physiology to create a structure of number to show correlation. But the correlation does not mean causality. In the other word, even just two people prefer product in version A, correlation does not mean both of them prefer product version A in the same reason, causality. So the number does not mean anything. Companies were taken in wrong direction because they focus in correlation too much. But the customer really needs in a process that the customer want to use product to do something in a given circumstance. The circumstance means job to be done in everyone's life. Some are little past the time while waiting line. Some are big. Find a more fulfilling career. Some are regular. Pack a helpful lunch for daughter to take to the school. When the customer buy a product, they have to help them to job. If the product can help them success in the job, they will hear it again, okay? And then, what the choice they do not related about their information, but it depends on what they want to accomplish in a given circumstance. It's called job to be done.
Okay, here are some principles to keep in mind. Successful innovation help customers solve problems. So addressing anxiety of customer. Principle part. Jobs are complex and multifaceted. They require precise definition. Job is shorthand for what an individual really seeks to accomplish in the given circumstance. Consider the experience a person trying to create. The circumstances are more important customer characteristics, product attributes, new technologies, or trends. The competing totally different after the developer understood underlying job and saw innovation through the lens of customer circumstance. Good innovation solve problems for formerly had only inadequate solution or no solution. Jobs are never simply about function. They have powerful social and emotional dimension. Sometimes the choice that customers should is less about reduce their anxiety.
And then, designing offering allow job. A profound understanding of job allows companies innovate without guessing what trade-off about customers are willing to make it. It's kind of specific, but not all of new product can break through innovation, but some does. The reason why they can, because some innovation have to have one thing in common, a very specific job to be done. The important thing, create customer experience. It's essential to create the license or experience for purchase and use the product, and then integrated that experience into the company process and no detail too small to consider. For example, American Girl dolls was a product that no one has successfully completed, and product itself rarely sort of long-term competitor advantage because American Girl doll not really selling. Dolls is selling an experience. Individual dolls represent different time and place in America, history, and come with books that relate each doll and backstory also create story by the store. which one has the hospital that repair or fix broken part, restaurant in which parents and children and their dogs can enjoy kids-friendly menu. A trip to the American store has become a special day out, making the dolls a catalyst for family excellence that will be remembered forever.
Aligning processes. The company has to know what experience that help customers make the process they are seeking in a given circumstance, then remove obstacles that disrupt their decision. Finding the social, emotional, and functional dimension of the job. Finally, the company can run the process following experience and what job that customer want to accomplish. They do not invent tactics but have laser focus in ensure that it's tailored to the job customer hiring the company for. However, processes are a critical part of organization, unspoken culture, project on the job to be done, provide clear guided everyone on the team. It's simple but powerful way to making sure company doesn't unintentionally abandon the insights that brought its success in the first place. For example, the company Hershey made a research to discover in which circumstance they buy the chocolate leaves, and they discovered that the big formats was too big and messy, and the small formats was hard to open. And instead, they created the wrist mini where they could open the bag and close it with one hand. It wasn't messy or too big. The result were the magnetics and helped the company.
Hi Sky, I am Mei. Today we talk about knowledge of marketing. So let's start with brand building. To build brand, that means want something to customer. You need to segment market in a way that reflect how customers actually live their lives. Broken paradigm of market segmentation. As a great Harvard market professor, Theodore Levitt used to tell his students, people don't want a quarter each deal, but they want a quarter each show. Which means nowadays, most marketers always focus on the wrong and irrelevant solution by trying to sell and promote their products against competitors. But in reality, what customers really want is a quality result from the product they purchase. Therefore, segmenting market by type of customer is not helping anything. Even spreading silence into small, medium, and large enterprise, or even category silence into groups by age, gender, or lifestyle, because most of the marketers busy themselves trying to think about what the target really needs, but the customer doesn't conform their design to match the average consumer into demographic segment. So when they design products, they can know whatever any specific individual will buy the products. They can only express a likelihood of purchase in probabilistic terms. There is a better way to think about marketing segmentation and new product innovation. When people finding themselves needing to get things done, they always find something or product to do that job for them. And if the marketer can understand that job, and in the end, the customer will buy that product.
Then appreciate to design the product that do the job to customer will buy. They should understand dimensions of segmentations of emotional, personality, or functional dimension in each job. For example, watch our along who want to improve their sales milkshake. In the first, each marketer first define the market segment by milkshake, and then segment is further by profiling the demographic and personality characteristics of whose customer who frequently wash milkshake. And next, they invite people who fit this profile to elevate, better making the shaking the thicker, more chocolatey, cheaper or crunchier would satisfy them better. But this activity has no impact on sales. So the restaurant decided to sell milkshake by chicken the shakes, adding to crunch of fruit for delicious weight. So what that is, the customer who is in the lunch wouldn't have to stop in direct lane by deciding the job and improving the product is social, emotional, and personal dimension. So that is did the job better. The company milkshake would gain share against the real competitions. So the new researchers spent a long day to seeking to understand the jobs that customers were trying to get done when they hired a milkshake which trying to work in the morning.
This is my milkshake. It's good.
Most of customers come to a restaurant early in the morning and buy only a milkshake and consume it in their cars. Also, they need something simply, quick, and heavy enough to starve their stomach until noon.
Hello, my name is Kevin and I'm going to talk about brand equity. Sometimes the consumer discovers that has a problem and it knows how to do that job, and sometimes they don't know what job are they doing or what they have to do. Either way, if they are really lucky, they will find a brand that has a special product that helps them to do that job. A branded product will exist that is perfectly for them. We call the brand of a product that is tightly associated with the brand brand equity. This means when a product is known for the customers as same as the brand, you have brand equity. When they seek to build a general brand that does not signal to customers when they should and should not buy the product, marketers and the rest. A clear purpose brand is like two-sided compass. One that goes with the customers, that guides them to the right product, and the other that guides the company to the product to develop more, guides the marketers to develop that product with what the consumers want. And it has a role in advertising also. The role of advertising is not real brands. What they really have to do with the advertising is to make the product get known. Because if you try to build brands, you will spend too much, because the people don't care about advertising, building brands. If you don't have a good product, they won't care. But if you use advertising to make the product get known through your brand, that will make a brand extending or destroying brand equity. Once a strong purpose has been created, the company inevitably wants to align into another product. For example, if you have a good product and a good brand that are really tied, the company wants to tie that purpose to another product. If they do it okay, they will have a brand extensions, yeah. But if they do it wrong, the people will confuse their purpose. Okay. If a company chooses to extend a brand onto another products that can be hired to do the same job, it can do so without concern that the extension will compromise what the brand does. So, if you have more products that has the same job to do, the people will prefer not to hire your company. This is called endorser brands. But general endorser brands lose their ability to guide people who have a particular job to do with the product what we're designed to do it. So the people will get lost within. And why strong purpose brands are so rare? Given the power that purpose brands have in creating opportunities for differentiation, premium pricing, and growth, isn't it odd that so few companies have a deliberate strategy for creating them? The root problem is that the theory in practice for market segmentation and brand buildings are riddled with flawed assumptions as known as the broken business model. So, if the markets try to broke that business model and create another one, the only one that they will get is successful brands with profitably growing businesses as well.
Thank you for watching our videos.
And hope you like and enjoy this. Like and subscribe.
See you!
Bye!
How customer actually like our life.
The job to be done. Provide clear.
5 4 3 2 1เอาใหม่นะ